Slowly starting. Okay, it started.
Oh, yeah, I've read both. Perfect.
Alrighty. Okay. Should we talk about both of them or the one that we write about?
Let's just talk about both. Let's just go through the story, the questions.
Okay.
So
So,
the first question says, "How are the elements of the plot important in these stories?"
okay. I guess in the first one, or I guess in both of them, the plot's important because it's the entire story. Without the plot, we wouldn't have had any like murder or anything from like the stoning from like the lottery or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Um,
Yeah, like I know, like I think, like especially throughout the lottery, the plot's really important.
yeah, it's really long in the plot in the lottery. Um,
Yeah,
this is a
like it
really long.
clearly has like a beginning, the rising action, a climax, and then like a falling action.
Yeah, there was a lot more that one than the other one. The other one was like it showed us like a little bit of the beginning, and then the middle was confusing because there's just so much dialogue in it.
Hmm.
But then as you near the end, like the plot's like the climax part is all like right there in your face.
Yeah, I
So,
think in the what's it called, the castle, whatever. I'm on to.
yeah, that one.
I think it's very like it's like fine, like it's very set, and then like the rising action is very like slow, and then it just
Hmm.
kind of like jumps.
To the very end.
Mhm.
He's like, I
Like
had to
climaxes
reread the
and then
ending a
end.
couple times.
Yeah, like it's like very like it just like starts, middle, end, like very
Yeah, it's
like
kind of
just
like
kind
all over the place.
of, mhm.
But I mean, yeah. But like, okay, so like for like the second question, because it talks about the exposition. So like, in that first story, the cask one,
Mhm.
all they really talk about, I feel like for the exposition specifically, is like in the very beginning, he's all like, oh, he insulted me or whatever, and then I'm gonna avenge him. There's like a quote in there. It's like, ventured upon insult, I vowed revenge. So basically that. And so
Yep.
because of whatever he insulted him with, which they don't even tell us, um,
Yeah,
that's
all it
why.
really says is that like that is like basically the whole thing right there is that
Yeah.
he's like we're acquaintances and I want revenge right now.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
was like nothing even like really planned. Like he was like getting him drunk and then he just sent him straight down and they went together and then
Hmm.
killed him. So I feel like it was like really abrupt for like I
Yeah,
guess.
no, it definitely is.
Yeah. And then like the lottery, I feel like the entire beginning is like an exposition. It's like I feel like it's just really long because it's like you don't really know what's gonna happen in the end. Because like you think
Yeah,
the
you just
lottery's
know
gonna be
that
like
like
the lottery.
all you know is that like there is a lottery. You don't know like what type of lottery it is or anything, and you understand like it goes through like all the steps of how it's done,
Yeah.
kind of like in
Yeah,
like
it goes through all the little steps exactly
the
like
men
I
are
said.
gathered and then the
Writing it
players,
down.
children.
And like they're all really cheerful. So you kind of think that it's a good thing. You're like, oh, because they're like, oh, today's the day of the lottery, blah blah blah. And then you don't really understand what's gonna happen until you get to the end. So like the characters aren't really revealing or like what the lottery really is. Kind of throws you off. And then so then the next question is like the major conflict. So at first I thought it was just like I thought that the conflict is just like the plot is what I thought, but then I like search of like what is a conflict within a story, and I guess it's more like man versus man and man versus society or man versus nature is like what it came up as.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that one.
Yeah, so
But
like the conflict in the lottery would be like man versus society.
Mhm.
Like it's very
Yeah.
clearly like that it's like the loser of the lottery. I forget what her name is.
Mhm. And then
Versus
like the task one is the other
versus
one.
that whole society who is like attacking her, basically
Yeah. Like
like literally killing her.
literally attacking and killing her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the cast one was just man versus man. So that one was pretty
Hmm.
simple. The next one. When does the climax come? I guess both of them are at the end of the story.
Yeah, very towards the end.
Hmm. Like when he either in the first one, either when he like chains him up, because then I like read it like that part a couple times and is like seemed like it took a long time for him to like put him away like with all the bricks. So I don't know if the conflict is essentially like once he puts the last brick in or the process of it, but somewhere around there, I think, is like the main. Um,
Yeah, I think like the climax is definitely like I think that's like more like is like as soon as like he kind of like grabs hold of them. That's
okay.
all like kind of starts it.
That makes
Starts
sense.
that whole scene.
Okay. Yeah. And then like the lottery is like obviously like when they go after her, I guess.
Yeah, you can even say that like the lottery is like when
Is
her
drawn.
name is drawn.
That would make sense. I could see that one too. Yeah, I'd probably be more that one actually, yeah. Like when her name is drawn and she's like trying to resist or
Yeah, and
whatever.
then her the falling action would be like the actual stoning taking place with the conclusion of.
Okay. I like that more. That makes sense. Okay. Um okay. Hmm. Um are there any more questions to them? It wasn't that bad.
That's it.
Um the story's overall message, I guess.
It says how is the conflict resolved? So I guess like in the first one it'd be obviously he was buried in a whatever like a wine cellar,
They
whatever it is. Crypt in the crypt.
mm-hmm.
And then the other one is that she got stoned. Not in a good way.
The good way of being. Yeah,
So
I like that.
yeah.
Um
How does that add to the story's message? Like in the first one it's that like or in like not the first one, but in the lottery it's that like a whole society can flip on you like just like that. That like the principle of society is more important than the principle of individuality.
okay.
Like
I
that
like
the society is more important than the individual.
mm-hmm. I like that one. That sounds really good.
And
Um,
in the second one, you can say that it's resolved by like that revenge can always take place, or I don't know.
yeah, like careful what you say to people and um because you never know what they're planning or something like that. Like, because like I doubt the one guy ever knew that he was gonna like kill him or anything.
Yeah, I doubt he ever saw that one coming.
Hmm. Yeah, I like that. Okay, which one do you think we had more on? Why did you all room? I know. No one's here. I know everyone's
Um,
gone.
I think it's pretty even. I think it's whichever one you're more comfortable with. You can write about.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I have
like,
like the same amount for both, so I guess just
yeah, I can help on either one if you need help. I probably like. I think that like that it'll probably be easier to write about the lottery though.
that's what I was kind of thinking,
It's very
even based on what
clear.
we talked about.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah,
Every
the
beat,
other one
every step of
doesn't
the.
have as much of a beginning, middle, end. It's kind of just like all over the place.
Yeah, so you just gotta make sure you quote it. It says it's just to quote the story to support your answers and explain why
Yeah.
quotes are important and how they answer. Like just use like direct quotes from the story, and then just basically tell them
Yeah.
like just say the. That's what I did for like the whole last one I wrote too.
Yeah, same. I just gotta put in a bunch of quotes. So I'll do that for this one again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I have most of it because we kind of said the same thing, so I didn't take too many notes, but yeah, because we kind of just went over the questions, kind of had the same answers as you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just message you if I have any questions or whatever. And then this should hopefully it works. I think I just send her the link
I just
from the
think you send her
phone,
that link.
and hopefully that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was great. I'm sorry to see the other guy go.
No, it's kind of sad.
I know. I was like, oh, it was like kind of fun. We lost that one. I think it was like the first girl. Never met her.
Yeah.
And then lost him.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Alrighty, I'll get started on that. Good luck with the other one, the rough draft.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
You too.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll get it submitted and I'll let you know.
See you later.
I see you.